On a hot day in June, Seattle Tree Care was hired by WSDOT to clear some hazardous trees along Interstate 5. One of those locations was home to at least a dozen homeless. We helped them relocate before starting the project.
Hello? Anybody here? Hello?
My name is Benjamin Egan. I go by Egan, and I totally approve of John using this video on YouTube. Do you know of any other city in the world that treats the street people like human beings?
Seattle has become a refuge for the poor and downtrodden because of its relaxed stance on crime and the amount of resources the city pumps into the homeless crisis. In 2023, the budget was $318 million. In 2024, the budget is $319 million.
Hi there. My name is Tina. And I guess I ended up out here following a guy after my house burnt down. I had a beautiful 4-bedroom home in Everett. I was very successful in life. I brought home my mother to take care of her in her older years, I guess, because that's the least I could do. She ended up passing away about 2 weeks after the fire.
Washington State has the 5th largest homeless population in the country. California leads with 161,000 plus individuals. Homelessness impacts everyone, not just the homeless.
I go by Chicken Joe. Bomb Hills, all around between here and Cap Hill, so like you've probably seen me before.
How long have you been homeless?
I wouldn't say homeless necessarily, but I've been on the streets since 2015.
This video isn't about just removing some trees off of I-5. This is the story of Egan, Tina, and Chikin Joe. As a society, we need to find a solution to this problem, because you can't just remove it like you would a tree.
So you'll have to go down south and loop up. They're on the right hand side in the median.
Well, I guess WSDOT is located down south, and their whole work plan is we drive to their place of business and then we follow them to the actual project. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Looks like we got some good weather though. It's going to be a good project. I think the coolest thing about this project is it's what we're all about. This is an example of where we're actually working around disadvantaged people living in tents under trees, trying to keep everyone safe. So it should be a good one. I wish I could tell you exactly how this job's going to go. I will say this is I-5 on a busy sunny day, so we know how crazy drivers are. Hopefully their lane closure is really going to decrease the chance of a car coming over, but keeping your head on a swivel for sure. Really trying not to turn your back to traffic is key.
Right on, so right now we're out here on Interstate 5 on the Northeast 45th Street on-ramp. We are working for Washington State Department of Transportation today. We're going to be taking out extremely hazardous trees up and down the highway here, all on the north side. They're all dead trees, really hazardous to have right next to a busy roadway like I-5. So WSDOT reached out to us, and we're out here today and probably tomorrow clearing out some of these hazard trees.
So what we got a totally stone cold dead pine tree that if it falls, it's gonna fall in a lane of traffic. So we're safely removing that. We're gonna haul away all the debris. And then over here, we have 2 dead birch trees. They died from the bronze birch borer, and they could also fall in the lane of traffic. Really great WashDOT partners here have opened up a lane of traffic for us, so I feel safe even though everybody's moving really fast. Oh, this thing's nasty. Look at all that ivy, dead needles, dead branches. This tree was under a lot of stress. You know, this is a west-facing location, south and west, and so what I'm thinking, this is drought stress. This is a tree that just got cooked here in the drought conditions we've had the last couple summers. Looks like somebody at one time actually cut the ivy, which is one of the best things you can do for a tree, but it wasn't enough. I see a great opportunity though. I can speed things up. I'm gonna get my climbing gear on. Tree mode.
I go by Chikin Joe. I've been on the streets since 2015. I'm not from Seattle. I was born in Austin, Texas, but I grew up in Spokane. This is my chicken coop. But I was 18 when I got out of 11th grade. My birthday's in the summer, so before I got into senior year, I was already 18, and I started smoking pot, and I kind of just, things didn't go the way I was planning them to go. I had signed the paperwork to go into the Marine Corps. All I had to do was graduate and pass ASVAB. And then I started smoking pot, and I guess hanging out with the wrong crowd. Sometimes you're not dealt the hand you wish you had.
You a graffitiist?
Not necessarily a graffitiist, but
A tag artist?
yeah, catchphrase tag artist. Like shred or like winging it. Just little like catchphrases mostly that I come up with. There's a YouTube video of me over here in the U District. I was told it was like coming back from U Village or going to U Village, I don't know, over there. And some college kids, I guess, got footage of me bombing down a hill, you know, very dangerously and making it look really easy. Like, kids, don't try this at home. Amateur, professional.
That looks like a bark beetle of some sort. I don't know if you guys are picking that up, but yeah, he was looking for lunch here. Crawling in here. I'm gonna let him fly away. I'm gonna let you cut it after you back up, park, and then you'll go up there and cut it while I'm grappling. Backing the grapple up. How about that lane closure? Really nice. Low flat cut, no undercut is the way to do that. Yeah, just let it, it has a dual benefit. It'll crush the brush, which is always good. Beautiful. Nice work.
My name is Tina Thompson. My mom was born and raised in Costa Rica, and she ended up passing away about 2 weeks after the fire. And I unfortunately was in jail at the time. It was my own doing, and so I lived with tremendous amount of guilt because of it. And I ended up, when I got out, I had no mother, which is my best friend and my only family. I had no house. I had nothing. And I just found myself in an overwhelming position, I guess, where I didn't know what to do. So I had a boyfriend at the time. He was not the most, responsible person. Basically, he lost my apartment for me. We came down here. He dumped me on the side of a freeway in a tent. I had never experienced any of this before. I had not known any people down here. And that was that. And so now I'm trying to, again, get back on my feet after, I guess, dealing with this homelessness issue. It's been quite the journey. It is not a pleasant one. I'm certainly not used to it, and it's not comfortable for me by any means. But something that I have to do nonetheless. And so I guess what doesn't kill me will make me stronger. So I wasn't raised by, I guess, American standards. My grandmother and my grandfather were prisoner of war in the Philippines, in Manila, and so I kind of got raised differently with family values and work ethic and all of that common sense type stuff. It's not so common anymore. Just you always got to put your best foot forward. You always got to dress for the position that you want, not for the position that you have. And you never know, it's a paycheck one way or the other. It's just that quick that something can happen, and your life could just, it was overnight for me. And yeah, and I had walked by here plenty of times, so it used to be a big healthy tree. I'm surprised that it even cracked in the first place. I thought it was lightning, but it wasn't. It just kind of gave way. It's kind of scary for me because I love to climb trees. And I just so happened to opt to live right underneath it, so mine was right directly underneath the branches that were about to be falling. So I don't know why I picked that spot, I just did.
still going a little bit. Oh, that person's gone. Yeah, double check.
Egan, yeah, E-G-O-N. Ego with an N. Yeah, if you ever forget my name, I'm the Broom Man. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. I was, like you know what the carnival is, the fairgrounds? Yeah. Not circus, but the carnival. I was born in the carnival. So the first 16 years of my life, starting from Lakeland County Fairgrounds in Atlanta, Georgia. Next week, we're next spot. So I've never actually like had a neighborhood or anything, you know what I'm saying? I was born in a bus. I've never been to jail or prison, never been arrested. So it was like 2014. Me and my younger brother were in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I'm walking 9.5 miles to go to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania to work at the Crayola factory, doing that for a few months during the winter. But then when it got hot, we're like, this sucks, donkey something. So what brought me and my brother to Seattle is we'd already been through LA. San Francisco was like, oh damn, that's even worse than LA. Been all over the place, and we even went to Portland. That wasn't. It was a little bit. It was like this, but not quite as good. But still not good enough, in my opinion. So I'm on Google Maps, and I'm just looking at the map, and I see all that green up in the northwest corner, and I'm like, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and I see Seward Park sticking out. I'm like, oh, it's like Stewart. That's what brought us here, like that, yeah. I think. Yeah, I think a lot.
So, like, obviously, you wake up every morning, you sweep the streets.
Whenever I can.
Whenever you can.
Yeah.
What's your driving factor? What's your motivation? What do you want to do tomorrow?
More of this.
More of this?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you're happy.
People are like, you know, you can get paid. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this. Even when I joined the Army after high school, which was totally unplanned, but everything works out as it works out. So when I joined the Army, I'm a 71 Lima, which they've nixed that MOS. It's the administrative specialist. So I run the office. And I went to Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and got 115% on the final exam. Didn't even know that was possible. I'm like, cool.
You saw the tree before.
Yeah, oh yeah. Before and before it even broke.
Before it even broke.
I'm realizing, like, I've been integral in Pasadena, even though it's not there anymore. The Oasis, it's not there anymore. I come here and I start sweeping and everything. Every single camp that's been around, I've had a hand in. That is, it's our duty to be the stewards for this planet and everything that lives upon it, including ourselves, obviously, starting with ourselves. It's just, like it says in the Dr. Bronner's bottle, spaceship, Mother Earth. It's all one or none. All one or none. Positivity or negativity, you got to choose a side. Because the only reason it got to this point is because we positive, good people just simply didn't say nay. Because if you don't say anything, not saying anything is just as good as agreeing to it. As far as they're concerned, as far as karma's concerned, and that's how, yeah, it affects you like that.
Words can't let them bring you down. Still, silence will drown the sound. Nobody knows where the wind will blow. How can they tell what the future holds? Get out of your head. Don't say it won't yet. Push the pedal and lay back. Take a breath and stay on track. Find what you've been searching for. Turn keys into every door. Nobody knows where the wind will blow. How can they tell what the future holds? Get out of your head. Don't say it won't yet. Push the pedal and lay back. Take a breath and stay on track. Your past is over your shoulder. Keep moving, you're getting closer. Push the pedal and lay back. Take a breath and stay on track. Your past is over your shoulder. Keep moving, you're getting closer. Push the pedal and lay back. Take a breath and stay on track.